also has received some buffs recently. Better nerf him again, guys. No, just kidding. But with Water Shuriken losing 10 frames of total animation, it is a much better move now. Okay. Oh, and the forward tilt actually has been buffed recently as well. I think that lost close to 10 frames total as well. And Vinnie not winning the initial exchanges in terms of percent lead, but of course with such a little sample space, so little time spent in the match, it's not going to really show exactly who's dominant yet. But Vinnie's starting to pull ahead as time passes here. And I'm welcoming my man VGBC Logique to the mic.
Yeah, I'm just casually joining midway, but came at a good time apparently while Vinnie is just demonstrating his proficiency at this matchup.
Yeah, I was just talking about how I think Greninja really struggles because he has no good out-of-shield response to pressure. Okay, wait, oh, never mind. I thought he was hopping back on the mic, but he's not. All right, rip DM.
As you're saying, Greninja doesn't really have a good response out of shield. He can, however, kind of get out of combos with the Shadow Sneak, which does kind of allow him. I
forgot about that. Yeah, that's definitely worth noting. And actually, I play Greninja a lot, so I'm going to start doing that. I thought they patched that out of the game with all the nerfs this character has received. But he's been on the up and up. They've been buffing him recently. I think they kind of realized, like, maybe we overestimated just how good he was, and he needs some help now.
And the help, maybe he needs a little bit more because Greninja right now is definitely down an entire stock.
Yeah, but I mean, Frack has been holding his own. This is, keep in mind, Vinnie, oh wow, the SD, one of the best players in the country, as I'm about to say it, just kills himself.
He did it for the fans.
Dude, you know what I think commentators' curse is? I said this with DM before. I think it's like the players have a subconscious knowledge that they need to make us look like idiots on the mic. It's like, oh, he's about to talk about something like really cool that I can do. Let me do the complete opopposite.
They just casually have their phone on and they're actually watching the stream while they play.
Yeah, no, it's subconscious, man. It's like electrical fields between our brains. So without getting too pseudoscientific about it.
Greninja right there. I mean, I'm sorry. Vinnie with a good read right there. Frack tried to use a Shadow Sneak to recover. Vinnie was already hip to it. Gets the grab into another bouncing fish, and he's just tacking on this damage like there's no tomorrow.
This man Vinnie has been going for a lot of downers recently. He's kind of figuring out some of the more unexpected uses of that move. Just having something to get down to the ground really quickly can actually get you some punishes in cases where otherwise you would just have to land and beat them in neutral again. Not that Sheik ever has really problems with that, but a back throw to bouncing fish, if you DI that out, like if you DI with the back throw, you won't get hit by that ever. But that's the mix-up. Everyone's expecting to go the other way to avoid down throw and forward throw setups.
Definitely good awareness of Vinnie then, doing the DI mix-up to get that kill.
Yep, you just got to
played a little melee.
Yeah, I know, right? Or actually, that's reminiscent of PM, dude, the back throw mix-up.
I didn't touch PM. That was outside of my field of scope.
Yeah, I played a little bit, and since I didn't want to put time into another character, I just used Sheik because I made her melee, and that's okay to talk about, right?
It's not right now. Right. Let's talk about it later. Let's talk about it. I don't even know.
Just saying, the back throw mix-up is reminiscent. But yeah.
So I'm curious to know which stage he's going to try to counterpick. Generally, I know Greninjas in my region like to go to Delfino or Halbert.
Kill off the ceiling.
He says, no, let's go to Battlefield. Give me a couple platforms. I can make something happen.
Right, and I believe this actually has a high ceiling, but you can start on the platform, which pretty much negates any additional pixels on top of that ceiling.
At least for Greninja, Vinnie's probably going to start most of his combos from the ground, so maybe it'd be beneficial in that regard. Greninja can do his combos from a platform while Vinnie's probably going to be doing most of them from the ground.
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty much everyone's are mostly going to start on the ground, but if you did start on the platform, it could undo the higher ceiling. Either way, Greninja playing a very solid footsies game. Frack definitely no slouch, man. This guy actually is solid. And again, he could be a good Pacific Northwest player that I haven't heard of. This is my first time here, so there are a lot of people who are just impressing me that I've never seen or heard of before.
It's definitely true. I've been playing friendlies with some people, and I was just like, wow, you guys have some talent.
Yeah, that's another thing, man. Like, regardless of which region you're in, people are just good at Smash 4. Like, there are so many ways that you can get good that aren't like what we see as old school players, like as traditional ways to get good. Like back in the day, you had to go to a tournament and play people in person. But now, with so many videos out there, actually good online in the game, people like Frack and others, I mean, I don't know if Frack actually applies to this, but other less known, not frequent tournament attendees can get really nasty at this game.
Definitely true. Even though Vinnie has a commanding lead right now, I'm really liking what Frack is doing. He's using the roll mix-up a lot so that Vinnie can't get anything clean on him. And he's also going in with nairs into tilts so that Vinnie can't respond. Right there. Oh, trying to style a little bit. I don't even know that was necessary, and still getting the back air stage spike. Poor guy Frack, because it looked like he was going to make it back, but the water carried Vinnie with them.
Oh, and speaking of carries, just brought all the way to the other side of the stage.
Coast to coast.
Yeah, on that fair plane, man. Jet blue.
Ooh, Frack doing the nair a little too early. Vinnie gets a free punish off of it, and the damage is just racking up so quickly right now. But Frack can bring it back. Greninja does have solid kill options. Granted, they are a little sluggish. They are very strong. If he can get a nice clean F smash or an up smash read, he could take the stock.
Yeah, that up smash, man, like, it's not even that slow. It's just, yeah, it's just got that narrow hitbox. And if you are lucky enough to land it, if Sheik dares to put herself above Vinnie, above Frack, but it doesn't look like Vinnie is going to be taking any of those risks. Not sure how much practice he has in this matchup hands-on, but Vinnie always been a student of the game. Always likes to learn every single matchup just so he can take the fewest risks possible when he shows up to a tournament. It's like, oh, I don't want to accidentally lose to a Greninja because I've never played one before, so I might as well hit the lab, just figure some things out.
And solid performance by Vinnie. I really like that last kill that he got on him. He kept throwing him up in the air, going for up airs, and just conditioned him to, yo, you're going to air dodge, I'm going to up air you. And this time he said, you know what, I'm going to jump, I'm not going to throw out the up air, do the up B, get the kill. Definitely